Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to talk about abstraction in Java. So this is another OOPS concept, very important. So this is the agenda for today. So we'll talk about what is abstraction, abstract class, and we'll discuss what is an interface, usage of interface, and how we can achieve multiple inheritance through interface. And at last we'll see the difference between abstract class versus interface. So let's start. So what is abstraction? Okay, so abstraction is the process of hiding the implementation details and showing only the functionality to the user. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So suppose you want to send an email. So what you'll do, you'll write the email body, your message in email body. You'll enter the subject line, you'll enter the address and click on send button. So the moment when you click on send button, the message will be sent, okay, and it will be received after some time to the receiver end. So you don't no need to worry about how it works internally, right? How message delivers, how the email will be sent. The only thing is that you write your message and you click on send button. How it works internally, that you don't care. So in the same way, abstraction also, like it hides the implementation details and it shows only the functionality to the user. So in other words, what we can say is, in abstraction only the essential details are displayed to the user. So the non-essential details are not displayed to the user. Okay. So another example is, a car is viewed as a car rather than its individual parts or components. Okay. So there are two ways we can achieve abstraction. So one is abstract through abstract class, where we can achieve 0 to 100%. Why we can achieve 0 to 100%, I'll explain later on. And through interface we can achieve 100%. So yeah, this is abstract class. So a class which is declared as abstract is known as abstract class. It can have abstract and non-abstract methods. Okay, so what is abstract method? So method which doesn't have a body is called abstract method. Okay, so and it can have non-abstract methods as well. So abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract method. So that is why we can achieve 0 to 100% abstraction. Okay, so abstraction can be achieved with the help of abstract methods only. Okay, where we no need to write the body of the method, and that the implementation will be done at subclasses. Yeah, so it needs to be extended and its method implemented. Okay, and these are the different properties of abstract class. It must be declared with an abstract keyword, and yeah, this we have discussed, and cannot be instantiated. Abstract class cannot be instantiated. That means we cannot create the object of abstract class. Okay, and it can have constructor final and static methods as well. Normally we are using constructor. We'll talk about constructor later on. Final and static, final keyword also, and static. We'll discuss about this later on. Then you can relate. We can use. Then you can relate with abstract class as well. And if there is an abstract method in class, that class must be abstract. Okay. So let's look at the example. I'll take you to the Eclipse and let me create one project here. Abstraction project. Let's create one package inside this src folder. Abstract class demo. Okay. Inside this, let me create one class called bank. let's take it RBI bank. Okay, so in this RBI bank I have one method called abstract method. Rate of interest. Okay, so guys, the moment when we write the abstract method inside a class, so that class has to be abstract, make type RBI to abstract. So I have declared this class as abstract now, and since abstract method doesn't need a body, so let's create inside that we can create non-abstract methods as well. So let me create one non-abstract method, public void RBI method. So this RBI method is its own method. Okay, RBI method is its own method. So let's write something. RBI method is called. Okay, now let's create another class, SBI, and I'll take one more class, SDFC, and let's have a test class as well. I'll take public static void main. Let's go to the SBI. Now let's extend RBI bank. Okay, so the moment when we extend RBI bank, so it will give an error here. So it gives two suggestions: add unimplement methods or make type SBI to abstract. Okay, so let's choose this one, add unimplemented methods. Okay, so whenever we uh, extend the abstract class, so it will ask to uh, implement the unimplement methods. So this is our abstract method from RBI, so that is why we have to implement this method here. And you can see the other method is not coming over here. Okay, so you can delete this as well. So let me give rate of interest 8. Okay, so similarly let's extend RBI from HDFC as well. So again it will ask. Now let me create the object of both the classes. With reference to RBI bank, obj new SBI and obj1 new SDFC. Yeah. Now let me call all the methods. Dot we have RBI its own method. Okay, and obj get rate of interest of SBI and another obj1 dot get rate of interest. Okay. Since I have not given any printf statement, so let me write printf statement here. of interest of SBI is copy paste this one. Let's write percent symbol here. Similarly, copy paste this one and write this here. Sorry, get rate of interest. Okay, now let's run this program. This should be SDFC. So RBI method is called. This is its own method, RBI method, and rate of interest of SBI is 8%. Rate of interest of SDFC is 9%. So this get rate of interest is implemented by SBI as well as by SDFC of their own interest. Okay, of their own rules and regulations with their own policies. Okay, so what RBI has done here, so there could be so many methods, unimplement methods will defined over here, declared over here, that has to be followed by the respective banks like SBI, SDFC. Okay, but they have their own methods as well. We can create other methods of SBI over here, okay, as per their regulations, but certain guidelines has to be followed as per RBI. Okay, so this is the example of abstract class. Now let's move to the interface. So an interface in Java is a blueprint of a class. So it has static constant and abstract methods. Okay, so it is similar to class, but there are certain difference. We'll talk about it. So there can only be abstract methods in Java interface. So unlike in abstract class, here we have all methods are abstract and not method body. So it is used to achieve abstraction and multiple inheritance in Java. Okay, and it cannot be instantiated just like the abstract class. So let me just show you in the previous example, which we cannot create the object of abstract class. So here it will be an error, so we cannot create the object of abstract class. Similarly, same thing in interface as well. In interface we can have default and static methods. Okay, and in interface we can have private methods as well. After Java 9 we can have private methods, and this is the relationship between class and class, like how we can extend. We can use extends keyword to extend the class, and similarly we have to use implements keyword uh, if you are implementing an interface. So class can implement interface, and we have extends keyword again between interface and interface, between interface. Okay, so why we use interface? So it is used to achieve abstraction, and by interface we can support the functionality of multiple inheritance. We'll talk about this, how we can achieve the functionality of multiple inheritance. So yeah, if a class implements multiple interfaces or an interface extends multiple interfaces, it is known as multiple inheritance. So you can see in this diagram, this class implements two interfaces. Okay, similarly this interface extends two interfaces. So these two are example of multiple inheritance. Okay, so multiple inheritance is not supported through class in Java. Okay, we have discussed about this, but not in detail. So I'll show you how we cannot achieve through class, but it is supported by or possible by interface. Why? So we'll discuss about this. So let me create separate package over here. This time I'll give name interface package or interface demo. Inside this, let me create one interface. So here we have an option, new interface. Sorry, we can create interface A. Let me create another interface B, and we'll have one class. Let me give name class A, public static void name, and let's have a test class over here. Okay, so inside this interface demo package, I have created one interface called interface A. So let's have a method here, public void display method. So the moment when you try to write method body, so it will give you an error. So remove method body. Okay, so this is all the methods inside interface is interface are abstract methods, so no need to write the body. We can declare one public void interface a method. Okay, similarly let's create some methods inside interface B. Okay, so what we have done inside interface A, I have display method, which is abstract method, and another method, interface A method. Okay, in B we have the same display method which we have written inside interface A, and another method, interface B method. Okay, this is a different method. So now I extend those two interfaces from class A. So here we have to use keyword implements. Okay, if you are implementing an interface from class, so implements A comma B. So this is how we can achieve multiple inheritance. We have to it should be comma separated, so we can implement two interfaces here. So again it will add unimplement methods here. So all the unimplement methods will come here, like interface B method, display method, and A method. So let's write some code inside this. Interface A method small. Display method call and interface B. Okay, now from test class, so let's create the object of reference to class A. And obj we can call display method. Obj we can call interface a method, obj interface b method as well. So let me run this. So display method call, interface a method call, interface b method call. So this method is common, right? So we have created a interface a and b, where we have common method display and one separate method. Okay, and this is the common method and this is separate method. And inside class we have implements interface a and b. So this is how we can achieve multiple inheritance. So similar to this example. Okay, we have two interfaces and we have extended we have implements all the properties of interface a and b using this class. So you can see so this is common method and these two are separate methods. Okay, and take an example like if you are using class over here, okay, instead of interface, and those class have the same common method like display method. Okay, so there is a problem of complexity, or you can say ambiguity. We cannot use multiple inheritance through classes. Okay, so if the compiler gets confused, okay, so which method has to be called, whether it's from class A or class B. So that's the reason, to avoid the complexity. uh, Multiple inheritance is not supported by class, through class in Java. Okay, so that is supported through interface only. So hope you are clear with this concept. Okay, another thing is that so this display method has not been this is just declared over here, right? It is not, the method body is not required here. But if we use class over here, then we have to define the we have to write the method body as well. So that's why both the classes will have a separate method body. Okay, so that's why it is it's very difficult to call it from uh, the third class. Okay, if we extend both the class together. Okay, so that's the reason we are not uh, we, we cannot use multiple inheritance through class. And so yeah, this is the difference between abstract class and interface. So abstract class can have both abstract and non-abstract methods, we have seen with the help of an example, and the interface can have only abstract methods. And it does not support multiple inheritance, it supports multiple inheritances, and it can provide the implementation of interface. So I'll talk about this one, how we can implement how we can provide the implementation using an interface in abstract class. Okay, an abstract class can have protected and abstract methods, so an interface can have only public abstract methods. And this is another property. So an abstract class can have final static or static final variable with any access specifier, whereas in interface the interface can only have a public static final variable. So this is the implementation of interface using abstract class. So in this scenario, end user may not be forced to overwrite all the methods of the interface. Okay, so I'll show you uh, why we cannot why user is not forced to override all the methods. So we'll make a relationship between interface and abstract class. So let's create another package, interface abstract demo. Inside this, let me create one interface and give name I. So inside this interface Let me create some method, public method, public void a method. So I'll create 4 such methods. These are all abstract methods. Okay, now let me create one class, class B. Okay, and make this abstract class. And suppose this I'm extending implements the interface using this class I. Okay, so this is the difference, guys. So I'm implementing from class abstract class. Okay, with an interface, so it does not ask me to implement all the abstract methods. Okay, so it is as per our needs. So we can, let's implement one method, this method over here. Let's write the body of this method. Okay, method or I am method A. Okay, now let me create another class, class B. Class B already taken, class C. Okay, and from this class I extends class B. Okay, so the moment when we extend the abstract class, it will ask unimplemented methods. Okay, so what are our unimplemented methods? Because since class B implements class interface I. Okay, so when we implement from another class, class C extend from another class, class C, class C extends class B, then it will ask to import all the unimplemented methods here, like B and C and D. So let's write some body, method C, and this is method D. So if you go by this sentence, like in this scenario, end user may not be forced to override all the methods of the interface. Okay, so here all the, I mean, since method A is already implemented here, so no need to override all the methods. Okay, inside this class. Now we can create another class from where we can call all those methods. Test class will take public static void main. Create the object of class C, and let's call all the methods. Make it full. Okay, okay, so here sorry, forgot the one. Okay, so we have created the object of class C, which refers to the reference variable of interface. Okay, and we can call all those methods, and method A, B, C, and D. Okay, so another concept is we cannot create the object of an interface. Okay, so it will give an error. Cannot instantiate the type I. Okay, so we are done today. So another concept in Selenium WebDriver we have WebDriver interface, right? So WebDriver interface has its own methods and have some it's in interface, so all are unimplemented methods, right? So take an example, we have get method, close method, get title method, and find element method, find elements method. So these are some methods which has to be implemented in the class which implements this interface, right? WebDriver interface. So we are going to use different WebDriver classes in our Selenium automation. So we have taken example like we have Chrome driver class, we have Android driver class, Firefox driver class. So all those classes have their own methods, okay, but they have to implement they have to implement this interface and follow whatever methods which I have gone through, right? Like I have talked about get method, close method, because according to their functionality, right? Chrome browser, the code might be different, right? To write the code inside the logic would be different, little different. Okay, so that's how they will implement according to their usage. So that's how you can implement interface in Selenium WebDriver as well. So in the next session, I'm going to talk about encapsulation in Java, another concept. Okay. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you guys. Bye bye.